Holy shit, we made it just in time. Just in time.
Just in time.
Oh my gosh. I was busy doing the new layout for the podcast, and then I'm like, oh shit, you know, live reaction type setup. Can you make it through the idea out there? And just like anything we do, we just fly by the seat of our pants and
Yes.
and hope our braided belts hold it on.
Right. I mean, because I was like, hey, I said, man, let's do Devin the Gamer, and then I was like, oh, that's right, the Sony show, but I thought it was going to be later, and lo and behold, I was like, oh, well, it's around the time that we were planning on doing Devin the Gamer, so how about we do a live reaction?
Oh crap,
so.
we have to switch. It's going live right now, guys. And
right,
we're going in viewing mode and everything. Ooh. I noticed one thing a little bit off on my end. It's okay. All right. Oh. I did a whole bunch of goofy things on mine, but I know how to fix it on the fly, so we're all good.
Okay, let me hide the chat because I don't want to see Xbox is dead a million times on my chat.
Oh, you didn't know?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I wasn't playing on it last night. I was over here trying to finish Forspoken, but that's okay.
You want to know about it?
You know what's great now is we have the setup. We can do this with anything now. I've done the side-by-side layout for us now. And so we have a little logo where we need to, and then we have us on the sides. And we can do this with anything. So if we want to pull up a article and stuff like that, we can do that.
Okay. All right. Good deal. Good deal.
All right. Some really shitty looking ads that look like they belong on AOL. Oh, is this?
Is this their first online exclusive? What is this?
No, I think... Is this the game that I showed you? Like, it has all the destruction and all that sort of stuff?
Oh, it could be. It could be. It
kind of has that style to it.
It does. It does. We'll see, though. I do remember you showing me that. Or is it something from Call of Duty? I don't know. We'll see.
They ain't no Call of Duty. No.
No, this is online.
But I'm pretty sure what happens when Millennial Call of Duty comes out.
Right. Fair game.
Oh, no, it's a different game than I thought it was altogether.
Okay. See you soon. Okay.
PS5 and PC, so they kind of just left it in the air on console exclusive. You notice that?
Oh yeah, no, they're you know how they do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't blame them for not advertising for their competitor,
right, I mean,
but you'll have to do some homework a little bit later.
Right. Yeah.
I'm Jim Ryan, President and CEO of Sony Interactive Entertainment. I'm delighted to be here today to introduce what's next for PlayStation 5. We're now into the third year of the life cycle of PS5, and we've been fortunate to have so many fan-favorite titles released on the platform. What's even more exciting is that developers are just scratching the surface of what's possible with the gaming experiences that they create. Today, you'll get a glimpse into some of the most breathtaking and imaginative content that will be coming to PS5 and PlayStation VR 2. And now, what you've all been waiting for. Enjoy the show.
All right, here we go. I'm excited for the show. Because not only, I mean, for what PlayStation is going to have, but then what's going to be third party, things like that. So.
Dude, I've been so like out of the loop because I've been doing my own game. I've been working on my old stuff. I've been also kind of steering away from all the weird drama out there. You know what I mean? So
there's been a lot of it.
Yeah, so because I've been steering away from that, like I was totally out of touch when this was going to drop. I know Xbox has their thing like next month or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, on the 11th. Yeah.
That is, unless you make the most important decision of your life. Prove to yourself that you have the strength and the courage to be free.
Join the Hellcat.
divers.
Okay.
Experience true freedom. The freedom to travel the galaxy and secure the resources we need to build a better tomorrow.
It's like a third-person light with MMO-ish type things.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Kind of have a. Wow, what was the movie with the bugs in it?
I was thinking the exact same thing. Starship Troopers.
Yeah, Starship Troopers vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got that inspiration. You know what also kind of reminds me of? What was that Capcom game with the bugs and then there was the snow? It's third person over the shoulder. I forgot what that was called.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I have it all over the place. I'm gonna look for it right now.
But you know what I'm talking about. It kind of has that vibe, but like an MMO.
Right.
Becoming a Helldiver may result in
Come on,
decapitation
okay,
or
you know
mortification.
that game is. I was just looking at it the other day.
I'm drawing a blank. We're getting old.
Right. I know the name of the game. I mean, I know Lost Planet. Lost Planet.
Lost Planet. Yeah.
Yeah, Lost Planet. Yeah. I was like, okay, come on, because I have it on.
Sir, it's the hand. Follow. But do not.
Oh, after this, there's a couple business things we gotta talk about. So your channel, help with your channel. So
Oh, okay.
don't let me forget about it.
All right. I am excited about this game. I am very excited about this game. This looks really, really good. Oh yeah.
It looks clever.
Yeah, it's gonna be really fun to play.
Jury's still out on that one.
You ever see the movie John Carter?
I did.
The wrist thing reminds me of that.
Yeah, I thought John Carter was pretty entertaining.
Dude, I
know that
love John Carter, but yeah,
I thought it was a pretty good movie. Yeah,
that whole
He
book,
got slammed, but yeah.
that whole book series though was really popular.
Oh yeah,
It inspired a lot of like sci-fi. So that's why they always use that marketing term. It inspired Star Wars.
Yeah, this looks real fun. I can't wait to get my hands on this. This comes out in August, I believe. July or August, one or the other.
Tell them done with Jedi Survivor. Nothing else exists. That's where I'm focused right now. So
Yeah, are you enjoying it?
I'm probably gonna finish it tonight.
Oh, this seems good. So obviously you must have liked it. I started it and then I was like, oh man, and then I started playing the betas, and then I started playing Redfall, and Redfall was not even on my radar like that.
Nice.
And so, but yeah,
Oh.
I'm like, okay, I gotta finish 505. Now I gotta finish Forspoken before the first, or I won't get a chance to finish. All right, what's this? Oh, is this one game, Ghost Runner?
Maybe.
Is it a new Ghost Runner? Yeah, this looks like it.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
because it's
that's
all
technically-
first person, but they had a
yeah.
motorcycle element to it. I gotcha.
It might not be as difficult. It's a hard game. It's cool though. Yep. Okay. Hopefully, it's not as challenging.
Fair enough.
Okay. It had a really cool premise, but damn, that game was very hard. And I usually don't mind playing hard games, but that game, it made me put it down.
kind of gives me like a Mirror Edge sort of vibe to it.
Yeah.
Like the style of gameplay. I mean, obviously there's some unique elements, but
Right. That was really cool with the bike though. No. Hey. What is this?
Some feudal Japan stuff.
Just run away.
Dante from the turn of the century. I gotcha.
It won't make any difference at the end of the day. You know better than anyone else. That
Oh,
you could escape.
I don't know. This may not be a Japan environment. This might be China.
Yeah, this might be a China game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wears a mask. You too. This is a real face.
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
This is definitely up my this is definitely up my alley. Yeah, this is a I guarantee you this is from a Japanese
Chinese developer. Yeah, this is not.
This is not Japanese. Oh yeah, this looks hot. This looks real good. Oh man, this looks good. Oh.
Going where? This damned place. You're suicidal.
The movement kind of has that crouching tiger, hidden dragon sort of movement to it.
Yeah.
One last toast.
Yeah, and it has. Yeah, I need to find out who's the developer of this because there's a couple of games I play on PC that has the same type of fighting style. I wonder if it's the same developer.
It's
This
interesting
looks fire.
how like there's a mechanic meant for not just one-on-one but multiple combat sort of thing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh.
Because he did that one move where he did the kick and then he stabbed the sword, and that was very intentional, like directional, like where the both those moves were.
This reminds me so much of Long Wind Road. This is oh my goodness. Now that's impressive.
You
The
just got
blocking
to
and all that.
yeah. Like, or you
Yeah.
just on the coach part where he's blocking both of them.
Oh yeah. Bash, yeah. When he was blocking all of his attacks and then he hit him with a special move. That was impressive.
Yes. Let's kill him with time.
Phantom Blade.
Blade Zero. Ooh,
What's your plan?
I am very intrigued by
You
that.
have only 66 days to live.
Get my heart back.
We'll have to see if
PS5. Yeah, if that's an exclusive.
if
or
I
is
have
that-
to wait for the PC version of it, or
Right. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Like, well, that is very, 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 very intriguing. They usually develop for PlayStation. I mean, they develop for everybody, but yeah, usually PlayStation gets some of their better titles to be exclusive or marketed because.
Well, I mean-
to Journey.
oh, you're talking about like this team?
Yeah, this team. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you have a strong relationship with what puts you on the map, right? Like, it's not like you hate the other platform. It's just like, you have a little bit of loyalty because they're the ones that got you there. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
it's-
yeah, no doubt. This game looks beautiful though. It's very interesting, very beautiful.
All right.
It has a mix of Journey and the Pathless. Huh. Interesting.
All right, Clayton, you're gonna have to be quiet if you're gonna be up here. You want to play some video games, Clyde? Is that what's going on here? Two of my 3 dogs are trained when I play video games now. They hang out in the office with me.
Oh, that's cool.
They're like, I know, it's game time. My one dog knows when I stream. Like, today's the day you stream.
Think of the world we could build if we believed in ourselves. If we truly believed in what it means to be sentient. To face the universe without fear or delusion. Imagine vast cities full of life and light. Great towers rising towards the sky.
That's weird, the upside down robot.
So much would be possible.
Oh, this is like a puzzle game.
If we believe.
Ah, you think so?
The crow probably, I think, gives it away.
Faith.
Okay.
I'll have to see what the first one was, but it gave me like puzzle vibes, like you had to move this here to open a gate, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah. Mystic
cool environment.
Type of. Yeah, really cool environment.
There's certain gamers right now just cringing.
Oh yeah.
Because something they don't want to play is taking up their precious time.
Right. Yeah, they're quick to, what is this? What is this trash? And all this and that.
It's okay for games that you're not into to exist.
Right. Everybody plays, you know, plays different types of games. So this has an audience.
It reminds me of this stuff like the girls I knew in high school that would sketch on their binder. Type stuff. A wolf with maple coming out of its head. Yeah. Stuff like that.
What pink rosebuds or whatever. Flowers.
There was always some girl in our class that drew like this. It's got a heart.
Devolver. Yeah, Devolver. I like Devolver games. Are you coming after Sea of Thieves? With a cat? With cats?
What the hell is this? Kind of like gives you the RPG vibe, but it's not RPG.
Right. Yeah. Pirates of the Perp. Oh my goodness. Oh. Sometimes they want to take cats to things too far. Cute games, you know, something for the kids, of course.
This is gonna be something special.
Yes, this going to be Final Fantasy.
Well, regardless of how good it does, they'll be
remake.
disappointed in the sales. Trust me.
I'm sure, yes. Oh, this is something different. And shooter, online shooter, huh?
Okay, it's a showtime!
Like an arena shooter?
Very colorful. Yeah, very colorful. Okay, so is this kind of like it's like a Splatoonish type of more adult?
You're shooting champagne.
I know, right? Like bubbles, and I mean, this is my kind of party, and no doubt about it. But this is kind of like a Splatoon-esque type of.
Yeah, because they're trying to cover the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now here's the
With
actual
suds.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it's a Splatoon copy.
Yeah. It is a Splatoon copy for sure.
You have
Got
to give
his
the
own little
Nintendo,
twist to
man.
it.
Like, Nintendo innovates on the kart racer. No one else has been able to truly compete with that. Their
Right.
first version of, like, an online game is Splatoon, and they're being copied. Like, they don't... Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Even
I would play it.
even
Just,
Smash
you know what I'm saying?
Brothers was copied. You know, Sony copied Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's
So,
a lot of
PlayStation All-Stars.
PlayStation All Stars, Multiverse, Brawlhalla. There's tons of games. I'm hoping Xbox make their own version of a brawler. Like
You can't
Smash
whine if
Brothers.
you're going to be up here.
So.
Welcome.
Oh, I could just. That's why I turned the comments off, because I know that they're screaming to the moon right now of being like, what is all this? Where's my Soul Cub? Where's Spider-Man? And where's... Yeah. They gotta understand that this show is over an hour. It's an hour plus long, and it's going to be all types of games.
You also got to understand,
everyone.
like, gamers are not just like this, like, niche group anymore. Like, there's it's okay to game, like, and so that opens up to all sorts of different types.
Right. I would play this. I would play the hell out of this. This looks really
The little book game.
Yeah, I would play this. I would play this. No doubt about it. I'd play it. Oh, look at this. Yeah, this looks real fun. I'd play this. Yeah. Plucky Squire. I'd play the hell out of this. I would. I'd play it.
Their little transitions are not as good as they've done in the past.
No.
Oh, what is this?
Minecraft.
Minecraft
copy?
like?
Yeah. Yeah. So far, yeah. Or is this like Hot Wheels or
Lego?
I mean Lego. That's what I meant. Yeah. Oh, with all types of destruction.
It's basically Minecraft robbery. Like heist. This is what it looks like.
I think it's
You're
kinda
breaking
like
into a house.
destruction.
You're breaking into a bank. You're setting up
Yeah.
explosives to get out, and then you're taking off on a boat.
I remember this. This was this was in beta for years on PC. So they're finally releasing this game on console. So, because I'm sure this isn't an exclusive. Okay, because I remember seeing it and I was like, oh, this looks kind of fun. It's real. Yeah.
I mean, it's Minecraft looking type environment. Obviously not Minecraft, so but.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's a lot of destruction.
Yeah, like you have a
Tear
hammer.
down. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty wild. But everything is destructible in the game.
This year.
Okay. Could be timed exclusive, or it could be exclusive. I don't know, but could be timed exclusive.
I would like to see someone pay for a time exclusive just for an hour.
Oh wow.
Oh, I think I might know what this is. Maybe I don't. I have a friend of mine that's making a game looks very similar to this. Like you're like a tiny like alien, like tiny like ant size.
Oh wow!
And you're in environments like this. Oh, that bird's eating that frog's soul.
I know he's. Well.
Oh,
a lot going on.
This might be Oklahoma, man. This might be in her backyard.
You ain't lying. I'm like, what's going on? This is, yeah. What's happening here? A lot going on today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that is.
This is a remake? Do you think it's a remake of the third one?
It is the remake of the third one. Yep.
Interesting that Konami said, well, we're not making any money any other way.
Right.
Tactical? Oh, that they're just like telling me.
Yeah, that's what
Snake Eater. Yeah, Snake Eater was the third one.
Yeah.
I bet you this.
Third one or fourth one.
Oh, I see. They're not saying exclusive. That makes me wonder if they got.
It's not exclusive. It's not exclusive. That got confirmed yesterday.
That would make sense with Konami though.
Right.
Konami's like not interested in those sort of deals anymore.
Yeah, that's what somebody was saying. Like it wasn't going to. Because that was what the first rumor was about. That was supposed to be Snake Eater, Silent Hill, and Castlevania all was going to be exclusive on PlayStation. And then yesterday, Jez and some other people said that it was going to be a multi-plat, just marketed.
Yeah, you know what though? I wouldn't have passed Sony to try to make that move. You know what I mean?
Oh, well, I'm sure that they did. If anything, if there's any exclusivity, it'd be timed. But it's going to be. See, I love games that kind of come out like this, but then when they start doing the building thing, I get completely just turned off. I'm like, no. See, I like it.
I'm the same with you. I'm the same with you. Like when you start doing like the crafting crap.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, or I have to get this thing and combine this thing to make this thing.
Game. I've seen. Yeah, I showed gameplay of this game. Oh, it's got a weird name. I didn't know that they had crafting in it. Yeah, I showed gameplay when it was in early development. So it's coming to consoles because it was only slated for PC. But it makes sense because when I showed the gameplay of it, it was during the Xbox One, PlayStation 4. Yeah, that's what this was. Towers. Yeah, towers or something down there at the bottom. Okay. But see, that game had me really intrigued, and then they did the building stuff.
How many people do you think are watching this are PlayStation fans or wondering if any of this stuff is going to be on PS4?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's got to be Final Fantasy 16. I don't think any of these games are going to that they showed. Well, I can't say any of the smaller titles, but the bigger titles, no, none of these games are going to be on PlayStation 4.
You'd be surprised what you can do these days.
You better hope so. Crystals take more than they give.
You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying?
Is this a Final Fantasy? It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, no, this is Final Fantasy 16 that's coming out next month. Yeah, it plays more like Devil May Cry. You know what I'm saying? Like than it does any Final Fantasy. Like
I know Final Fantasy kind of jumps around like the time and era and like modern or versus past. Like I get all that, but like, yeah, this doesn't give me that vibe.
Yeah, it plays. It looks like it's just like have Final Fantasy cutscenes, but action like Devil May Cry.
Did they ever give a reason why they kind of went away from the turn-based stuff?
I think that, well, with Final Fantasy 15, it was successful. It was really successful. So so they started to put more of their titles to be more action oriented. Now they're just evolving to be like hack and slash with RPG elements now.
So just chasing that dollar where they've seen success in the past.
Yeah. But so far, no other Final Fantasy has caught the same
wave.
The same wave as Final Fantasy 15, but that could be because Final Fantasy is now being only exclusive. So this is going to explain a lot. This Final Fantasy right here is going to really kind of put in place. I've said personally, like, if this Final Fantasy doesn't outperform Final Fantasy 15 or even outperform sales-wise Final Fantasy Remake, then this might be the time. This might be the era where Final Fantasy is kind of falling off of the cliff, and Persona is going to start becoming that high-end, upper echelon JRPG, which will be crazy since Final Fantasy has been.
Well, I'm not a fan of turn-based RPGs, and that being said, though, like, I don't think they should shy away from
No, they shouldn't. I mean, Persona kind of shows you that. Like, you don't have to do that.
Well, you have a world of all these action games, right? And it's hard to stand out.
Yeah.
Where you carved your own niche. I'm so not. Oh.
I'm glad you're on this
Epic
case,
Games?
Anderson. It's right up your alley.
Oh, is this the remake of Alan Wake?
Silent Hill?
Special Agent Robert.
Oh, is this Alan? Oh, yeah. You could be right. Yep, this is. Yep.
Only the
This is what they've been working on since they left Microsoft.
Someone knew they were here. Was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
Didn't they also announce, like, this is back in the PlayStation 4 era, that this one would be exclusive on the
We were all trapped in
on PlayStation?
I
remember there was some sort of controversy.
It was rumored, but I don't know.
Or people were up in arms because it was on multiple different things.
Oh, great.
I'm forgetting. Something important.
Looks good.
Something's not right.
Oh yeah. This is
Easy now.
this is the
First
second
things
version.
first. What's your name?
Alan Wake. Looks good. Looks good. Does it say anything about an exclusive?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, here we go. Some people gonna be excited about this. I'm gonna play it because I'm invested into the story now. But let's see.
Oh yeah.
Gotta see what
You have died.
Basim. I think that's his name. Basim. Something like that.
Yeah, because they targeted a slightly different character.
Yeah, because the way Valhalla ended. So.
We need to find a way to get you inside without being seen. You could bribe the guards to look the other way.
All right.
I shall see what
Sorry for a little bit drops in frames. I'll figure out what's going on. I need to redo all the Devin the Gamer stuff.
Well, I mean, we've been both busy like crazy, so.
No, like there's some issues with OBS being when I switched everything over to the new OBS to get ready for AV1 encoding, which is out now, just so you know.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, this looks good, man.
does look good. Does look good. I will enjoy it.
It looks like a little more traditional Assassin's Creed.
It is. It is a traditional Assassin's Creed.
Because this one's in Persia, right?
Yeah, that Persia or
Mirage. Yeah. So yeah, this is the Persia one.
Yeah. But you know, I'm still partial to the open world ones because just.
Well, they're doing both.
I know. They're going to do a mixture, which I think it's great for everybody because they don't have to, you know, people won't be alienated to just be confined to the open world, you know. So I'm totally cool with that. Just don't take the open world after you gave those experiences and then, you know, just revert. Just you know, doing both. If there's anything, because Ubisoft is going through a lot of issues right now. Skull and Bones got delayed again till October. So and don't know if it'll come out then. So I mean, and then you know, so hopefully, so they're really leaning heavily on the Assassin's Creed. So right.
Quick and dirty.
He said, "Quick and dirty." Yeah, see, so far the smaller titles are being on PlayStation 4, but yeah, so. Okay, side games, fighting game. Oh, this has got to be Rising. Grand Blue Rising. And this might be the RPG.
That could be.
Not the fight. Yeah, this is the RPG. Okay. I wonder will they show the fighting game because I'm looking forward to that because that's supposed to be coming out. The sequel is supposed to be coming out this year too. Now this will be exclusive to PlayStation PC, no doubt.
Think so?
Oh yeah, no question. Cool. I mean, having another take with a fighting game and making it into a MMO kind of RPG-esque type of thing. That's pretty cool. I think a lot of fighting games could probably go that direction as well if if their characters are more popular enough to kind of have a different spin-off.
Possible.
Yeah. Yeah. I would play it. Yeah. Relink. That's what it's called. Oh, here we go.
It's Street Fighter?
I'm about to get the pre-order right now, man. Right after we get off of here. I was playing that beta all weekend. Golly.
When's it release?
The 1st of June.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
My journey knows no end. I will continue to do what I have always done.
You said you were seeking strength, despite having no real need to do so. Honestly, I thought you were...
Yeah, that's the custom character thing.
Yeah, custom single player part. Yeah.
I'm not nearly strong enough to chase after a monster like that.
It's probably worth looking into this nice shawl business.
That power seemed to be the Satsui no Hado. Was it simply a trick of the senses?
Man, the traditional characters, they did those right.
Yeah.
A veritable madman.
When you go looking for strength, it's not like a game. This journey doesn't have a real ending.
I'm hyped. I'm very hyped. There's only really 2 games I'm going to be playing, except for if we do a different stream on the weekend and on Fight Night, it's going to be Street Fighter and Diablo. That's it. That's it.
Nice.
There's nothing else. There's nothing else getting any burn for me for a little while. Very excited about Street Fighter. And I was gonna get it on PC, but I just like, man, since it haven't been on the Xbox, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up on the Xbox just to show that support. This is very colorful. I will say this: I'm not the fan of the like 8-bit, but if they're colorful like this, like well, you know, I mean, this is I could have some interest of trying it out. You know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because art style is very artsy. You know. Yeah. Oh yeah. This looks really. I would give this some run. I mean, it's not like saying I would beat it or anything, but I would definitely play it.
My biggest problem is competition of time.
Right. That's it.
You know,
That's
like
it.
you know, it's not like I'm not willing to try something if it's something of interest, but like, you know, I only have so much time. I mean, look at what happened right now. Like, I totally spaced on Diablo coming out, and I was curious about that game, but because of everything that released at the time it did, like, you know, not happening.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll remember it when I get back. I don't know.
Yeah, I could. There was no reason for me to buy Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Or Star Wars yet, because I mean, I don't have. Well, I was planning on being on Star Wars and beating that by the time that these games come like this. It just didn't happen. What is this? This looks right up my alley right here. What is this?
Ooh.
Oh, is this one game that's been made by Genshin Impact? Because that's not coming to Xbox at all. That's but I don't know. We'll see. I think that's what this is.
It has a unique Japanese look to it, though, for sure.
Yeah. It looks really good. Yeah, this looks really dope. Oh yeah, if you could fly and swim with those jetpacks, oh that would be really, really cool. That'd be fun. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Tower of Fantasy. I don't know if that was the name of it or not. Huh, interesting. Oh, is this Dragon's Dogma?
Ooh, bringing that back? Or did it ever come out?
Yeah. Yeah, no, the first one came out. Yeah. It came on console. Oh, interesting.
In your own destiny, Arisen.
Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere runner, then where might
now, would you play? Have you ever played Dragon's Dogma?
I think I was interested in it, and I just never got around to it. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? You call a meteor? Oh, that's dope.
You got
Capcom is
kind of getting their swerve back.
1,000 right now. Yeah, they're batting 1,000 right now. They're just hitting on all cylinders. Wow. Look, oh yeah, this looks nuts.
That is most unfortunate, but it doth not release thee from thy fate.
This has to be 2024.
Welcome back for another week of career fulfillment.
It might be 2025. They didn't even give you a date, so they're just like, "Hey, man, that's a ways away."
Truly belong, and to find a job that treats you mostly with respect and only infrequently with contempt. For that reason, we are excited to inform you that you did an adequate enough job the first time around to have you back. no other applicants. Because you ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh,
I've never played any of the Five Nights at
it's kind of a weird thing that came back. It was kind of like, remember the old CD-ROM games?
Yeah.
It was like, it's like those.
Right.
And then it just kind of like, hey, we're going to do this style game, and then it got traction. So.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I never played them. I thought they were goofy looking. Here we go. I was telling Optimus, I said they gotta hit us up with some PlayStation VR. They're trying to sell the product, man.
Is he not interested in VR?
No, he's not. But he was trying to tell me that, you know, it was going to be banger after banger. I said, man, they're going to show a couple of indies. They're going to show and I was telling I was being ornery and saying that they were going to show some TV, some Twisted Metal, you know, TV show and some stuff like that. And he was like, no, man, they're going to be showing banger after banger after banger and all that. I said, but man, they're going to show some VR. They ain't going to spend their time on VR. I said, they are. You know better.
No, they have product to sell.
Yeah, they got product to sell. Oh, this must be 4.
Yeah, like a first person.
Yeah. I do want to try the latest. They're cheap now. The latest Resident Evils, the new remakes of them.
Oh yeah,
really good. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like I might be out of the Resident Evil. Now, if they
spooky
bring
games.
back Code Veronica, yeah, if they bring back Code Veronica, I will definitely play it.
Not actual
And then I
gameplay.
might get to do it. Yeah. Oh. Okay, what is this?
Like, a lot. You see, everything started
They
2
chugged
years
that
ago.
cigarette down quickly.
I met Fred. And ever since then, it's like I see his face everywhere. And lately, I've started to develop some destructive tendencies. Whoosh!
So PSVR is turned into light gun games with head tracking.
I met my new best friend. I guess I get a little
yes.
overprotective.
I mean, that's pretty much what.
The pew pews.
No, it's light gun games, man.
Yeah.
With head tracking, that's all it is.
I'd love to sit
Doesn't mean
here
it can't
all
be
day,
fun
chew your
or
ear
good.
off. I'll be right out, boy. But as you know, time waits for no man. Catch you later, Fred. Who's a good boy?
Oh wow.
Woo, looks like today's gonna be a scorcher.
I knew it looked familiar. I know that's cool though. That, you know, sequel for VR.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with it at all. Spalgate, salute to Crossfire X. I beat that story mode before they shut everything down.
Really?
That story was actually pretty damn good. I was like, yeah, oh, Remedy did a good job with it. Yeah, they had some pretty big plans with it by making it a series. So I was like, oh, how's this gonna play out? But then, of course, shut down. I did see this. Okay, that looks cool. That looks cool. I don't like VR. Well, I can't say I don't like VR. I'm not interested in VR, but every once in a while there are a couple of games that come like, man, I will try that to see how that plays.
I just
That
like
game
the
right
fact
there is
that they're
one.
not doing floating hands anymore. They're actually utilizing inverse kinetic switches, something that's been in games forever. But people are just not doing it. They just make a floating hand. Like, no, dude. You're trying to be immersive. That's like the last thing you want to do is see your palm floating out there in the middle of nowhere.
I don't have to remind you what's at stake here. We need that intel by any means necessary. It's connected to a mind synchronization device. This is cutting-edge interrogation tech. We're out of time and out of options.
All right, floating hand. Hey,
Floating hand.
don't be doing that shit.
After you said it was
Well, the other games were inverse kinetic.
Right.
So for everyone that's watching this in Umega, so inverse kinetic is kind of like how puppets work, right? Like a marionette, right? You have all your hinges and your joints, and if you control it on the outside of the hand, it'll naturally bend the elbow inward, right? Because you give certain restrictions how the elbow can bend or the shoulder and that sort of thing. So basically, you're telling it how to move and animate based on just hand movement alone.
I need you to focus. The clock is ticking.
It's how they do a lot of animation designs in games. Not even.
This looks dope. This is probably the dopest looking VR game I've seen yet. This looks something like, okay, yeah, I'd rock that. I'd rock this. I like the art style. I like, you know how I like crazy art, you know, telekinesis and yeah, okay. And then you got the pew pews with it. Yeah, I can rock that. I like that one. That one would be something. If that came, if that was to say, if I could get a PlayStation VR 2 for $200 and that game for 20.
Using anymore and the frame rate dropped pretty quickly here and there, so those who watch it, shout out to you guys. Sorry about that. Matter of fact, let me check the audio just in case. That's cool.
Okay, Bungie. This a new one, or is this?
Is this their new game they've been working on after Destiny?
I'm thinking, yeah, because I'm like, if Destiny is this colorful, I don't know, because I don't hear anybody talking about Destiny anymore. So, yeah, this definitely has to be something different.
Yeah, it's not Destiny. There's no way.
Oh, that's kind of crazy.
Oh, Marathon.
Okay.
You know Bungie's history with Marathon, right?
Yeah.
So Marathon was one of the first-person games they've ever made.
Oh, okay.
People made arguments that Marathon was tied to even Halo's universe. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because of it. Oh, this is Destiny right here.
I don't even know where to begin.
I didn't even think they would show anything from Bungie, but it makes sense since they acquired them. We'll see how long that relationship lasts.
Vanquished nightmares. Fought alongside those.
Bungie has more divorces in the industry than anybody else, you know what I mean?
I wish you could have been there.
too, kiddo. But
He's
hey,
back?
I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
Okay, Cade is back, huh?
Well, people are gonna be.
They're gonna be hyped about that.
Yeah, because Cade was a very popular character. I like the fact they're being transparent with some things, but I just don't feel like they point out everything correctly. You know what I mean? Say if it's exclusive or you know what I mean?
Oh, they're not gonna do that. They're just.
I know.
Sony's never done.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. It's a tease for what?
Speed runners. Yeah, for it looked like an online game. I mean, he had to do a little bit more than that because I mean that was just CG. That had nothing to do with anything.
No actual gameplay. No, I have no idea. It's like in
nothing.
space.
That's what when people say, "Show me just to show me some." No, I don't. Show me, you know, something.
Oh wait.
I was right. I was right. Oh,
wait.
I was right. I told him they were gonna show some TV, some movie advertisement, bro. He thought, man.
I know you were joking, but the fact that you're right is hilarious.
I'm gonna light him up tomorrow. I'm gonna light him up. I'm gonna light him up on it. When I get on Twitter, I'm gonna say Dark Optimus. What I tell you, because they better not show anything Twisted Metal related or anything. Because I said that because I was jokingly I said they're gonna show the Gran Turismo movie. And then they're gonna say that it's coming to PC.
I didn't even know this was a a movie that was being developed.
Yeah. No, it's got some decent looking some decent actors. That's a decent storyline. It's supposed to be from a true story.
So they're just slapping the Gran Turismo name on top of it, sort of thing.
Well, no, it's supposed to be a true story of these kids that were playing the game.
Thank you for joining us today.
Oh my God, is that it? Oh no, they got to show Spider-Man. They're gonna show
some
Spider-Man.
To share. At PlayStation,
okay,
innovation is our passion, and that applies to not just what games you play, but how you play them. Later this year, we will launch a dedicated device that enables you to stream any game from your PS5 console using remote play over Wi-Fi. Internally known as Project Q, it has an 8-inch
So they're doing a handheld again.
Buttons and features
Not quite.
wireless controller.
It's a streaming
We
device.
look forward to sharing more information in the near future. I'm also pleased to reveal our first ever PlayStation earbuds, which will bring next generation.
So it's an accessory that allows you to stream your game.
And PC.
Okay, but you still have to have a PlayStation 5 in order to stream.
That's what it seemed like. I don't want to misquote him if I misunderstood.
With low latency, giving you outstanding
With low latency, I'll have to take a
look
look
out
into
for
that.
more details soon. We hope today's showcase demonstrates
They literally cut the controller in half and slap the screen in the middle.
that surprise and delight our players.
Ergonomically, it probably works fine. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is Metal Gear Solid.
This has to be Spider-Man or.
Oh, is this that hunter dude?
Is that Kane the Conk?
You know what I'm
Kraven?
talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, Kraven the Hunter.
Maybe it's Kraven.
Slow in your old age, Sergey. A fate you will not share.
Yep.
So they're introducing Kraven to the Spider-Man games.
Yep. So Venom is going to be there.
But you sense nothing. Pathetic.
Come on. No, don't make that noise. No, no. Oh, jeez. Dog.
Let the flares. The great hunt begins.
So I don't understand the connection of Craven to everything.
Well, he's a hunter, you know. Basically, he's got superhuman strength. He's got high senses, things like that.
But why would you hunt a Spider-Man?
Well, he wants challenges. Like, I mean, he fought lions, and you know, he put criminals and so he wants the biggest challenges. So he wants to be out there to go after you know, Spider-Man and whoever else that's out there. So.
Oh, you play as Venom.
No idea.
That's cool.
This whole lizard hunt ends now. Leave Connors alone.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Craven wants a hunt. I'll give him one he'll never forget. He's gonna wish he never came to New York.
Oh, nice.
We kicked him against the wall.
Yeah, I like that.
Hmm.
Lizards across the river. I'm not gonna make it in time.
Oh, that's the gameplay mechanic. You can switch back and forth.
Yeah, it's not co-op. It's where you can switch. It's where you can switch between players.
Wait, so they're not even. So is it two different characters they're doing it? Like a Venom independent,
yeah,
and then Spider-Man is independent, but you're not switching between the two different.
You're
Gotcha.
switching between them in the game, but you're not gonna have like it's not like me and you can play together.
But they're not the same character, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. You're gonna be still a single player experience.
Can't let him find Connors, or he's done for.
Oh, that's cool. The tightrope.
Yeah.
Look at those fish. It's been feeding.
So you can kind of puzzle solve how you want to approach. Because the problem with a lot of stealth games, right? Like, they don't give you options. You have, like, one path. You know what I mean? Is this supposed to be Miles?
Yeah, that's Miles. Yeah.
Okay, so it was like he has electric power or something like that. That's got to be Miles.
Yeah. That's,
oh,
that's
so
that's when he switched
oh,
to Spider-Man called Miles. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that
They
makes
told him
sense.
that
So
you
you play as
time.
Miles or you play as Peter Parker, but Peter Parker is the symbiote.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I'm less confused.
Okay.
I mean, I'm like, well, that's a strange choice, black and red. I'm like, oh, but if it's Miles, that makes sense because that's like kind of how his costume is.
Yeah, I didn't. Okay, yeah, I wasn't following. Well, I thought you was okay.
No, I was
Yeah,
lost.
you thought
Yeah,
it was the
no.
same. Yeah. No, he would sit there and he called him and he was like, "Hey."
'Cause I haven't played the Miles Morales DLC or standalone, however you want to call it.
Yeah, it's a standalone. Yeah, you know, kind of extended DLC type of game. It is dope though. It's really good. It got me to go through and play the original Spider-Man game again and respect it more.
Genki, get behind me. It's just his skin.
Doesn't that mean he's getting bigger?
Hungrier too. Whoa. Hey, man. New threats?
The building's swarming with hunters. Any sign of Connors?
Yeah. Genki's tracking him.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Mr. Spider-Man, I mean.
But the data's incomplete.
Okay, I think I got a lock.
Genki, wait, be chill.
I like that because that allows them to do totally different gameplay styles. You know what I mean?
Right,
I
yeah.
don't even have a stomach, so.
Let's go.
Probably be the birth. Probably is what's going to be the in character on the whole game is you actually find Venom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that might be the end thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
Venom.
have his powers this whole entire time, and the next thing you know, now you're fighting against him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be a badass game. It's gonna be fun. There's no question. I just gotta wait for it. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
I just remember Bot being so excited for this game, and
yeah, he said he did.
I even hooked him up with the game. He's like, "No, Clyde, you gotta stop. You gotta stop, my man."
Yeah, the start of it was pretty weird. I mean, it was great, and then it got kind of dull, kind of like I understood what Bot was saying. But then when you get past that little dull part, it really picks up, gets very entertaining. Yeah, so I mean, it has its filler too. Like
Yeah.
open door. But that's one thing I think about Miles Morales was that it wasn't as much as it was with Spider-Man, and so it made it just made it to me a better experience. But yeah, but this is gonna be dope though. This looks great.
Civilians are all safe. How you looking? This gunship won't quit. I'm right behind you.
Oh shit, you got the wings. That's dope.
Time to go boom, boys! Oh, no! Spider-Man has got defenses! Spider-Man, hang on! Over there! Whoever's attending! Move!
How they leaked all the sequence is cool.
He's right behind you.
I know! Whoa!
Eat faster.
Fly faster! I do not want to be lizard food!
He just chunked his ass.
Yeah, like everything about him is like impatient and like.
Yeah.
I saved the tracker. Let's go, man, before he gets too far.
No. He's mine.
You sure? He's got big teeth.
So do I.
He's not normally like that, right?
No. He's never like that.
Looks good. Looks damn good. It's gonna be very interesting. Spider-Man's gonna be a hit. There's no doubt about it. I mean, can't wait to see. Well, okay, so they might bring this out. Okay, so they're now gonna bring it out the same time as Starfield. They're gonna bring it out October, November. Then
I'm curious about the new Bungie game though. Well, new old game, Marathon.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering what that reimagining is for them. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And they also they didn't show.
Oh, is that an accessibility
Final
controller?
Fantasy. No. That was the handheld.
No. There's a brief clip that was like a joystick, and it was like a circle. It had buttons around the whole entire circle, and they had input and output plugs.
Oh no, they just only showed the.
It was like a brief second right before it switched over to the next accessory.
Oh, I thought. Well, it was earphones. I don't know if you've seen that.
Yeah, I
They
saw
were
the earbuds.
advertising earphones.
Yeah, I saw the
Earbuds, but-
earbud option, and then I saw the I guess streaming accessory. I guess is the best way to describe it, right? The companion portable, the poop and play. You know what I mean? They had that thing, but no, they had another thing. It looked like a joystick with several buttons around it. Curious.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, so what was your
There
overall?
we go, boys.
Yeah. So what was your overall thought about the showcase?
It's unique. In regards to that, the thing is, like, I'm over VR games. I've been over that for quite a while. I've been there, done that. Did a lot of testing in that space. I wouldn't be here today without it. But the same token, like, I kind of understand what it is. So, like, for me, the excitement, the new doesn't really shine for me on that sort of thing. At least they're making good-looking VR games. There's some serious effort
that one
towards
game
that.
was looking real good.
Yeah,
it was looking real good.
Yeah, so you can show a VR game, for them, they can show a VR game, and it's just, someone would have to guess if they walked in and were like, "What is this?" You know what I mean? They wouldn't know if it's a VR game they're showing off or not. So that's a step in the right direction, especially for console gamers. I think that part's awesome. The I don't know what else we would say really shine. I'm curious to see what Bungie's doing. I'm probably not going to get back into Destiny, but I'm kind of curious where that goes. As somebody who used to play a lot of Destiny, the merit.
I would get back into Destiny once all the other people are done with Destiny and move on to the next one. So like
Destiny 3,
people
right?
Like me can actually, yeah. Like what?
Yeah.
The older the Destinies that's going to be available when the hardcore has left and moved on, did everything that they possibly can do, and then they move on, and then it's kind of like the stragglers like me that will go back from when I last stopped, which was
So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool
the witch, whatever that was. I did not play that one or this Lightfall one. So I would go back to the witch one, Witchfall, whatever. I don't know what the hell it was called.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
that one
about.
and go forward. Yeah, and try to get with people that are just as kind of like, you know, behind like me, and then progress that way. I would go back to Destiny, because Destiny is not a bad game at all. It's just that community is just too impatient, kind of weird acting sometimes, on newcomers and things like that. So
yeah, it is hard to kind of get back in, and that it's also one of those things. If you spend a lot of time, they don't respect your investment. A lot of MMOs are like that, and so that's what turned me off from it. Right, played through all the what do they call it, the raids on Destiny 1. Played through all of them, loved them. Destiny 2 came out, and it got to the point where I was raid ready, and the community changed so much by the time Destiny 2 came out and the first raid came out. Like, I'm like, I just don't even want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I've had to start over X number of times and all that sort of stuff. Like, I'll try it again when Destiny 3 comes out. And, you know, obviously it's been a while. So. But yeah, it is what it is. So, I mean, Destiny will do its thing, and, you know, good for them. But I'm curious though with Cade, like, what's the story behind that? Just, you know, not so much to play the game, but, you know, just to kind of know what's going on there. And then the Bearthon stuff. I'm curious. Like, they're bringing back an old IP out of nowhere. Didn't have to do that, right?
Yeah.
Bungie keeps talking about how they want to do new IP, and the next thing you know, they do want to do something new, and then what did they do? A first-person shooter with Destiny, and then now they're bringing back an old IP that was a first-person shooter. So, you know, but then again, I'm still curious what, you know, it's not obviously not all the same talent from back in the day. So it's obviously new talent that's there. I mean, there's very little Bungie that's original, you know what I mean, as a studio.
Right.
So it'd be cool to see what the next generation comes up with on it. I think it'll be kind of cool to see what they do with it. And it may be just a small little project, and it may be a much bigger thing than we realize in regards to that. So that part was cool. You know, I was kind of surprised that I was excited about seeing Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater.
That was a crazy intro. I was not expecting any of that. I thought it was like, you know, some kind of bug game or So yeah, that was a pretty impressive trailer.
Yeah,
I did like that.
Yeah, the way they did the intro made me remind me of a friend of mine, the game that he was working on. So I'm like, oh, he finally got funding, and, you know, like, I was excited, and then I find out it's Metal Gear, and I'm like, you know what though? I'm kind of cool to see what they can do reimagining it now. Because
it seems like it's a collection too. But what I need to go back and look and see if are they doing a remake on a collection, or is it just going to be this game? Because they did show a collection at the end of that trailer. So I need to. Matter of fact, while I'm talking to you, I need to go and look and see about that, because that was pretty interesting. If they would do
it's almost kind of like when they did the Master Chief Collection, they remade 2, but they didn't, you know, they they gave you all the originals on top of it, you know, that sort of thing. I don't really know. I think it seems like if they would do that, they'd probably show off a little bit of something of all of that. But I would imagine it's just 3's the remake and everything else is just a port.
Yeah, that you could be right.
I mean, that's my guess. It's not based on any knowledge.
Weird though. I mean, they showed some really cool games. I mean, the one game, the one game from China was something Phantom Zero something, whatever that was called. That looked amazing.
Yeah, that's the one with the hand-to-hand combat.
That you were saying it was meant for, like, because when he, you know, the fight against multiple characters and the way that they animated that. Yeah, that looked amazing. Dragon's Dogma grabbed my attention heavily. The one, like I said, the Squire game, the Plucky Squire, I would play that. That was a cute game. I would, just for something like when I know that I don't want to like
you don't want to invest 20 hours into a game. You know what I mean?
Like, after big game burnout and you played a big game and you just like, nah, man, I'm not in the mood for, not even the mood for shooters or playing fighters or anything. That's the perfect game for me right there. I would play that. That looked very entertaining.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
Even though with the one game with the building, something towers of whatever, it still looked really, really good. It looked extra polished from when I first seen it back when they were announcing it in its beta form back on PC 4 or 5 years ago. It looks really good. It'd just be something that I would look for to see gameplay. How much do you have to craft and things like that? But I would definitely want to try it out. If there was if it wasn't mandatory to craft something, I would definitely try that out. Spider-Man, of course, we knew that was going to be the end of the show. That was amazing. Looked great. Looked really fun.
Final Fantasy was a surprise. Like I couldn't wrap my head around that was a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, I've told you how I feel about what the director said. So it looks pretty, all that. I mean, as a Final Fantasy fan, I would have bought that game and supported it, but I'm not. Just not going to get back into that situation. The VR, that one VR game looked really dope. I forget the name of it already.
The zombie one?
No, not Arizona Sunshine or Sunrise Rise 2 or whatever that's called.
Oh, you're talking about the last one they showed. The
last one they showed with Psygnosis or whatever. It started with an S. With the telekinesis and the gunplay, the crazy art style. That looked really good. That was one of my. Even I know that they showed Resident Evil 4, but it was something about just the vibe of that VR game that really had me like, you know what? I'd play that. I would play that for sure. And I haven't been able to say that too much about VR games for me personally, but I would play that. I would definitely play that. Let's see. I would just want to play it. Not saying that I would go deep dive into it because I don't think it'd be a game because I don't even care about Splatoon. But I would want to see what the game with the suds and champagne bottles and all that. That looked kind of crazy. Now, Marathon, I don't know anything about it. I know that's more of something that you know more about. Mm-hmm. If it's I like shooters, so if it's something that's kind of like in the same wake of not like Halo, but into that kind of
sci-fi-ish
situational type of sci-fi situational type of shooting game, I'm all in to try it out. Not really interested in the game that looked like Starship Troopers. I thought it was kind of funny, because PlayStation is out here pushing these online games. And then the one game that was one of the first games that they showed that was really intriguing, that we didn't know that if it was at first if it was Grand Theft Auto, but it was really colorful and we just knew that it was a multiplayer game. And it had the people in orange and all these different colors and all that. It looked really cool. But I mean, those were just trailers. I kind of want to see what the gameplay looks like for that game.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Other than that, it was fair. I was expecting a lot more, in the sense of more bigger announcements. So for me personally, I give it a C plus. I give it a C plus.
It was almost kind of in a weird spot where it feels like everything they had was just marketing deals alone. And was it sometimes maybe you don't have a marketing deal, but you showcase a game that's it's third party. You don't have to do a splash screen but don't shy away from that, because that's the whole point of having a platform. I feel is games are supported on your platform. And so I understand giving priority towards the people that have marketing deals, but I just got this vibe, and nothing to really can you put solid on it, just this vibe that everything was just something they had a marketing deal with, and nothing that was just this is a cool game coming on PlayStation regardless of it's coming on other stuff, you know what I mean? So that's only, I think, the major disappointment. Maybe I misread it. We'll see as time goes on what the story is behind all those games and that sort of thing. But And I also like the fact that they're trying to be clear this is not actual gameplay. So they'll have a cutscene,
right.
And then you'll see it
Like,
disappear. And that's fine. And like I think that
and that's
transparency is a step in the right direction in the industry. In regards to that, I hate the fact that like what was it? What was that one game that where they're flying in that rainbow? Like don't do that. Stop doing this tease shit. Like I'm sick of it.
Oh yeah. Like I'd rather you not show me that. Like
No.
when people say, well, just show me something. No, that doesn't do anything but leave me more confused. What is that? You showed a really good really good cutscenes. We're not going to see a game look that good on that level. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't, I'm thinking maybe this could be something like a Guardians of the Galaxy-esque or Outer Worlds type game.
Yeah, environment.
Environment type of game. But I mean, you got to show us more than just a trailer. Like, I mean, that's when people say that they just show me anything, just show me a trailer. No, because that's what, that was just old school, like, no, nothing not to do. Now, I like that they're going back to the handheld. Me personally, I mean,
I don't think it's a handheld though.
Well, I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean, but I'm just saying I like that PlayStation has not given up. They found a different alternative to use their handheld, but try to keep but want to of course keep the PlayStation 5 viable. But I'm glad that they're not giving up on just having Wi-Fi handheld, whatever you want to call it, but a stream handheld. But I'm glad that they're going back to that. The earbuds, I mean, that's really good. I mean, Sony products with their speakers. I mean, I got this speaker that's right behind me. That speaker, it knocks. I mean, I got Sony products all through this house.
Then their audio and their displays are good. Like I'm not
really good.
I'm not worried about that. And if you are going to create an accessory that someone can stream onto a tablet with PlayStation controllers attached to it, I think that's great. I need to look more into it because like they flash it really quick and you're like, what the you're like, oh, is that streaming? Like I was also talking over it and you were talking over it, so it's kind of I'll have to go back and look, but it sounded like it was just a streaming device. So probably a PlayStation Now sort of thing, or streaming your PlayStation 5 games within your own home network through Wi-Fi. I think is what it was intended to be. That which makes sense. I mean, it's the first time they've done something like that, right? They've done like a dongle device plugged into your TV streaming. I mean, it was a PlayStation 4 generation. They did that a little bit. So this is just a new take on it, new take on the concept. The big screen's taken. You can go take the tablet version of it, pick it up where you left off, and move somewhere else in the house.
1440p. What do you think is 1440p or 1080p?
My curiosity is if they're doing AV1 encoding. Because if you design a chipset to be able to handle that, right? It's AV1 encoding is not easy to do, but if you're able to do AV1 encoding, maybe Wi-Fi 6. But the problem with Wi-Fi 6 is it doesn't do very good through walls and stuff like that. So maybe that's not the most ideal for that. So like latency being an issue, like you have to balance all those sort of features in regards to that. But then again, do you really need 1440 on a screen that small? Like in full disclosure, you don't need it. So like you can do a lower resolution. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and it also doesn't tie up all your bandwidth on your home network sort of thing. So there's different reasons to do different things, but yeah, I mean it was a nice surprise. I totally didn't know the PlayStation show was happening today, to be honest with you. And K-Mega says, we haven't done Devin the Gamer in a long time, and then we decided we're going to do a live react. So here you guys go. So I'm not going to count this as episode 50. This is just a live reaction.
No, this is just live reaction. This isn't 50. No, I'm settled finally. I still got some other things I need to set up around in the room, but you know, to stream and everything else, I'm finally settled and ready to go. So, and you know, so yeah, we'll be back on doing Devin the Gamer, hopefully on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Going forward. So yeah.
Either
so,
twice a
really good
month,
stuff.
once a month. Maybe we'll do 4 in a month just to make it up to you guys. I don't know what's going.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
yeah. So you want to give a letter grade for what you think about the show overall? Letter number grade.
I would give it just a straight B. You know, it's
Okay.
nothing that really stood out to me like I gotta play that right now. Like, you know, nothing made me go, oh, I'm gonna spend my budget on this going forward. But they show cool things I liked, cool things I enjoy, and I don't even think it's possible for me to give an A to a lot of these shows now, but just because, you know, we talked about how gaming is expand between all these different types of gamers out there. There's just going to be stuff that's going to be a kind of a low point for you, right? As a gamer, just because it's not something you're interested in. Like, my wife would love all the colored games, but like, you know, anything with like the bright, vibrant colors and stuff like that. But, you know, anything that's gritty or zombie-ish, she'll tune out, right? So you can't do a show that pleases that gamer 100% of the time. There's always going to be a lull. So unless you have a show dedicated towards you as a style gamer, I mean, I don't think you can score anything above a B in my view these days.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I get that. Okay. All right. Well, and Assassin's Creed Mirage. You know, for those that like the basics, and then the Avalon game that's coming from EA. That when the show first started, he was like, "Oh, this game looks really slick," because with the hand motions and stuff, and the power and the powers that they can use. Those games, but of course, those games are third party, so they're not exclusive. But it doesn't matter. I mean, it was there was plenty of things to sink your teeth into. I always, for myself personally, enjoy watching these shows. For just to see what's coming, not only for these platforms, but just for, you know, what's going to be available for me, and for what I'm going to spend my money on. Unfortunately, so anyway, fortunately, unfortunately, but yeah,
you'll part
thank
it.
You guys
you part
so
with it
much.
freely.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's gonna be all good.
So you doing anything? What do you have planned this week?
Well, I want to do a video tomorrow during the day.
Okay.
Then do next podcast, GRG Friday night. But Fight Night Sunday. That's it. Everything else is open.
Sweet.
So
yeah. So for me, I'm streaming tomorrow. I'm trying to finish Jedi Survivor. In regards to that. And I made it to the last boss, but he's a fool. He's messing me up. He's messing me up. So I think I'm at the end. So what I'm gonna do, since, you know, because the game kind of really pushes you the direction of the story, like you can explore, but it really pushes you towards that direction. So I'm going to start exploring the previous planets and the areas I did not go to, and make sure I got, you know, all the extra health that I need, all that sort of stuff, in regards to that. And so I'm going to do a little bit more exploring, just to kind of get all the unlocks before I go. So yeah, Spider-Man does look sick there, seemingly silver. So I see you in the chat. In regards to that,
Spider-Man looked real sick. I was going to stream for Spoken.
Stop being shy.
I want to, but then I don't want to. What'd you say?
Stop being shy. Just do it.
I mean, because I'm at the part where it's getting fun to play. Like the powers now. I mean, it took 20 hours to get there, but the powers that the character has is really, really, really cool. And then I mean, I'm just cracking it open because there's still more. Forget how you pronounce those women characters that run that world, but yeah, it's getting pretty fun, and now it's getting pretty and maybe I made a mistake by playing on harder difficulty because now enemies are starting to give me some problems, but I am starting to enjoy the game. The more and more that the deeper I got into it, I'm probably 25 hours in now. So yeah, but I've got to beat it before the first. So that's the plan. So yeah,
Nice.
You're right. I should stop being shy. So
Just do it, especially on games like that, where the games are controversial. I think a lot of times those are the games that need the most shine, if that makes any sense.
Redfall does too as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people talk shit, and a lot of time they're talking out their ass or they're looking for attention or anything like that. There's something genuine about a gamer just taking a game they enjoy, streaming it, and people can judge for themselves. You don't need to preach to people. Just judge for yourself.
You're right.
Right. So
you're right.
So if it's a game that you like and you feel like it should be noticed,
I wasn't liking it. I was liking it at first. Then it got to a point I'm like, oh my God, this is really, because you could tell it's budgeted on certain levels, like normal Final Fantasy type, Square Enix type games. You know, they put more emphasis and time into their dialogue and to things like that. Not in this game. You could tell it's budgeted and then it just it's kind of cheesy. It's not, and I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? Can we get through this? And then when you get into the open world and you're starting to kick ass and you're starting to use the powers and other things start making sense, it gets fun. So I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but I would definitely recommend to people to give it a shot, not to just talk bad about it. Same with Redfall. So
yeah, just opening a game.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right,
guys. Well, thanks for checking us out. Me and Megan will discuss times and try to get that all sorted out because I think our lifestyles have gone two diverging time zones.
It did.
Yeah,
it did.
and so that's the reason why we haven't been together. So, and doing Devin the Gamer. So we'll get back on that sort of thing. We'll figure that out after the stream. Definitely check out GRG. That's on Friday, right?
Yep, Friday, 8 p.m. Central. Yep.
And then you're doing Xbox, staying on Xbox 444H channel as well?
Yep, on that. Yeah. Man, I've been doing that show so long, I'm getting old and don't even know the name of it. Next podcast. Next podcast, it's 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern on Xbox 444H channel. Yep.
Sounds perfect. All right, guys. Thanks for being patient with us. And this is Devin the Gamer. We're out. I have to.